It's not the things you do, it's the love you feel. Oh, sometimes I forget.
I don't know if I will be seen as an artist. I'm a composer, but I guess how I want people to perceive my music is just, as good music. Hopefully something people would want to listen to. But most importantly, I just care about my own perception of my music, because what's the point of writing music if you don't like it yourself? It's simple.
I want people to see me as an artist and know that I'm genuinely trying to depict myself in my music.
I guess what I want to share with the world, I've been getting into film scores a lot lately. For a while I've wanted to be an academic composer, but I don't know if my music qualifies as academic really anymore, so I'm kind of straying away from that and going more towards, this hybrid style that fuses both, simpler pop harmonies and then also music that is harmonically complex and features some of the more academic composers. And I've just done it to something that, pleases me.
The world. To share my undying, passionate love for the universe and everything that inhibits it by depicting it with any form of creative art that I happen to be exploring at that time.
More importantly, I want to share the way I feel when I listen to amazing music and the way it changes me. I want to do that same thing to other people.
I guess as an innovator, a lover of music, put my own flavor on stuff while still infusing stuff that I learned from other genres of music. Using synesthesia, just trying to innovate, create something new that's fresh and that people haven't heard before.
Okay.
But can still look at it from a business aspect. I think establishing a basis that is you, that's branding. So that in those different fronts, whether it be endorsements or something like that, just the fact that when people see something, they know it's related to you. I use branding. There's like a symbol, it's like a pyramid, so to speak. Like I think there's a prism. That's Asante.
You are an icon that can be sold and marketed. What I do when I brand myself is that I'm making commercial recordings that can go out there into the world unapologetically and be able to market them as my own, and be able to market them along with like the Lavender brand, the names. I use TIFF images that I have, just stock stuff that I put on my website and on my business cards and albums and anything affiliated with commercial enterprise that I have going out. I have a marketable last name like Lavender, so sometimes I incorporate, that color scheme. It's a good color because it fits with a lot of my, I go with jazzier harmonies. So I think that I'm trying to find a way right now to fuse those two, both the color and like the synesthetic placement. I don't know, I'm working on a film score right now, and it required me to do trance music. I know nothing of the genre, I've never done any sort of trance music, but I just listened to some examples and stuff, and then how do I make that, authentic, how do I make it, my own compositional voice? And then I realized, you can, it's very easy when you have the forms and you have the material here. We're very lucky to live in this modern age where we can just look up on the YouTube any, style of music that we want, we can grasp, and then we can learn from instantaneously. Our rate of absorption of information is just so fast.
My image is that of a boy in second year of college trying to find his true inner soul and really just looking deep down, looking for that. I have a lot of friends who do work with design and stuff, but lately I've been doing it. Usually I'll just have it like artwork for a song or for an album. Just post it online.
I have 6 beauticians a day in the morning. They do my hair and curls, and then I have someone straighten my curls. It's hard work.
branding yourself is kind of like putting your image on like other things, you know. I've had album covers made, and I've never made them before. I've had other artists make them.
I got some like SoundCloud, Facebook, and I'm working on a website right now.
I have a couple of websites and Bandcamp pages and Facebook pages. I don't really have an official website that isn't through a like kind of like database for musicians, but I think that those are the most important, because that's how like the musical community kind of gets to know you.
Was it hard to do?
No, it was very easy.
Was it expensive?
It was free.
Is it hard or expensive to make a website?
It can be very easy. It's not too expensive. You will have to pay some money for hosting. But there's a great website template called Weebly.com that you can go to, and it's free to just make it. And then the hosting is really cheap. It's only about minimum of $30. You get 6 months of hosting for the website. And right now that's what I have my template working on, but I'm working with some art and design majors to hopefully update it. You know, a lot of people put a lot of money into their websites, you know, because a nice website says so much about your brand. Social media, I use SoundCloud, of course. I have my own website that everything gets filtered through to YouTube and to Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. And I've gotten into using Foursquare a lot lately, and that's a cool thing, because that really does help market you and market other, you know, commercial venues as well.
I mean, I use like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr. The more we're placing it around places, it just, I guess, it resonates with me. So yeah, that's like present on most of the social media sites.
I find it's pretty easy to exchange cell phone numbers and, you know, keep it personal with people, and, you know, keep in touch with your contacts, you know. Making friendships with people you work with, and just, you know, being good to them while you're working with them, and so that they'll remember you and remember what you're all about. That's how you just start building a community of musicians. And the more versatile you are, the more you'll be hired by other people. I don't have any business cards. I probably should. I know people that do, and it definitely helps.
Definitely important, or else people will not know that you exist.
It's very important. You should try to get involved. Playing is important. Being able to play live and show that you can do that is probably the most important thing. Also, getting videos of that is imperative, because a lot of people can go in and they can make their own like beats on their Ableton, or go in and they can, you know, everybody can be a composer these days. You know, anybody can just go in there and write it and upload it to SoundCloud or whatever, get all the comments they want, but they have no idea how to play live. They've never played a music instrument. They just don't know. They just know the synthesizer. And I think that's one of the most important things about playing live. Also is making the connections that you're able to do when you do that. It's hard for me, because I don't know, I'm so much of like a composer that I'm in my own world, and it's hard to like recognize the need for collaboration, and I do recognize it at times, but like, you know, I myself to like go out there and, you know, be involved with as much people and support as many people as you can, but like also you've got to be able to please yourself. You know, you're not going to get anywhere if you don't invest the time into yourself and your own music. Jumping into these other styles of music as a composer is probably one of the best things you can do, because it makes you so well-rounded and also makes you more commercially viable. And that's the game.
I mean, anything you're interested in, you should do. And I don't know, no matter what like kind of genre you think it is, or like, I don't know. I mean, what you do is what you do, and it's not always like in style, and it's not always what people want, but you just gotta stick to it, because that's what you love to do. So like, if you want to do a show with, I don't know, Indian sitar, then you should do it. I don't know. Keep your options open. And the more.
Do you have any, or do you want to make a plug or anything? I'm gonna put a little thing at the end.
Make a plug.
Do you want to do a little plug about your music?
Plug?
Yeah, like, I'm Kevin, and you can blah, 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 blah. Hear my music.
The place where people can go get my music is asantemusic.bandcamp.com. I'll have a website up eventually.
Okay.
Got a show, April 17th, Blind Pig. Follow me on Twitter, mine is Asante. Like me on Facebook, mine is Asante. Actually, Asante on Facebook. You can like my fan page, look out for more music. Music video for my single Mantra coming soon, off my EP, the Mind of Gandhi EP. That's all I got.
Alright, so if you want to check out any of my music and you haven't been completely turned off by this interview, go to zachlavendercomposer.com. I've got some stuff for you.
Okay. Do you want to say anything about your music? Like, this is my blah 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 or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's called Tusks. It's online somewhere. It's on SoundCloud.
I don't know what I should tell them. I have like multiple band pages. I'm Kevin Harvey. Keep your ears out for me.
Your ears out.
Did